There was a hack of a few different airports' online systems that seems to be from Russian hackers. Now, not the Russian government, but pro-Russian, Russian-speaking hackers. So we'll read about this, we'll watch a CNN report about it, and then discuss kind of the important elements of the future we have ahead of us of cyber attacks being, a huge part of our next few generations of dynamics between countries. But first, from Yahoo News, Russian hackers have reportedly been blamed for a cyber attack on multiple U.S. airports, including New York's LaGuardia and Chicago O'Hare, whose websites were taken offline. LaGuardia Airport was thought to be the first to report problems on Monday morning to the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency when its website went offline at around 3 a.m. Eastern Time. The attack was soon followed by others on more than a dozen airports across, with CNN reporting 14 separate incidents on Monday at U.S. airports. Other airports whose websites experienced trouble were Des Moines International Airport, Los Angeles International Airport, and Atlanta's International Airport. So interesting stuff there. Nothing that seems to be absolutely devastating, but it does again introduce that idea that we have to be thinking about as a country within the political conversation about how are we properly preparing and properly setting up the technological infrastructure to be able to withstand those types of attacks, and understand that going forward, it's going to be less and less the military exchanges that we think of and more cyber attacks like this between countries. And so we have to properly invest in and fund and focus on our ability to defend ourselves. So take a look at this from CNN.
More than a dozen U.S. airport websites, including LAX and Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson, are back online after an apparent cyber attack by pro-Russian hackers. There were no immediate signs of impact to air travel operations, but the hack did affect sites where travelers check flight information, parking, other airport details. The hacking group known as KillNet is claiming responsibility. Joining us now is John Miller, CNN's chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst. John, this group KillNet, what do we know about them?
Well, this is a pro-Russian hacking group, not a part of the government, at least not yet. It's a group of hackers that have attacked on behalf of Russia, a number of other countries. What's interesting is we hadn't really seen them in the United States until just a few weeks ago. In August, they attacked Lockheed Martin, claiming to try to get into control systems and get employees' information. Lockheed Martin, of course, is the manufacturer of the HIMARS missile system that we've been giving to the Ukrainians that they've been using with tremendous effect. The weekend's airport attack, not sophisticated, a DDoS attack, which is basically flooding all...
We'll stop it there before the specifics go too in-depth. But as he mentioned, also hacking something that definitely would be a response to the Russian invasion of Ukraine. That is likely why these Russian hackers are doing this. The United States is more front of mind and enemy to them now compared to previous times because of our support of Ukraine and attempting to interfere with the military manufacturers within the context of this war because we're giving Ukraine some of these resources. Very interesting. And again, it's something that we need to be thinking about. I know there's so many issues that need to be focused on, but this is one of them, because in a world where all the superpowers have nuclear weapons, we're not going to be lining up a bunch of troops on the Russian border and attacking them, because then you just threaten nukes back and forth and you either demolish the entire world or you don't. So instead, a lot of cyber attacks that we're seeing Russia start doing will be the way of the future. Something to think about, and we will keep following it.